Hello, welcome back. First cast. Got it out there about 80 metres, I suppose. I'm not sure how high the tide's going to be today. That's why I've pitched myself quite high up the beach, because there's still a fair sea running and it might just reach this other level, so I thought I'd come up here, get out of the way. A little bit chilly. The wind's gone round to the north-northeast, which is better than the southwest for the actual sea calming down, but it's not a good wind for fishing. But never mind, I'm back to work tomorrow, so a couple of hours in the fresh air won't do me any harm. If you like these videos, don't forget to subscribe. I'll keep doing them. The last couple of freshwater ones have been awfully hard, but that's the time of year. There's not a great deal we can do about it. You just have to sit it out. A little bit of a slack line bolt there, but look at it. Fishing with the braid, so of course you can see everything. I'll just tighten it up a little bit. If we do get lucky enough to get a few dabs, that's the sort of thing they tend to do. They pull it down gently, slacken it off. Let's say around at Dungeness they've been getting a few bags up to sort of 27 centimetres, which is ideal size for eating. The last time we were here, as you know, I only had little postage stamp dabs, dear little things that we put back. But that was a month ago, so hopefully the bigger ones have moved in. It's the time of year that they come into spawn, and you know, if you're going to get a decent little bag of dabs for the plate, it's this time of year. It always used to be that the World Dab Championship at Dungeness was held in this month, and when their size limit you think was over 25 centimetres, you know, that's quite a big dab, and they used to have several hundreds caught, but they were never wasted. They used to give them away to the old folks' homes. Anybody who wanted some to take home for tea were more than welcome, and it was a great little competition. It was fished by over 100 anglers, and it used to raise over £4,000 for the RNLI, so it was very great. Sadly it's not run anymore, I think basically just because it was a hell of an organisation thing, and you know, the people who were doing it off their own bat, and it just got too much for them. It may be resurrected again, but unfortunately with the fishing the way it is, they'd have to drop the size limits, because over 25 centimetre dab at the moment is pretty rare. But I'm the only one here on the beach. I've got the little beach buddy up, that's keeping the wind off, so that's good. The sky's dark. It was raining this morning when I woke up, but it has stopped raining at least. So the old dab is the one species you don't really feel under guns when you haven't got fresh bait, because they do like a bit of old bait. A couple of week old but not frozen's absolute favourite, but unfortunately mine is 6 months old and frozen, but as I say, it's still got a chance. What's the old saying? You've got to be in it to win it. We'll give it a few more minutes and then we'll have it in to see what the bait looks like. So the little slivers of razor are quite handy when you're after dabs. That's just the foot being cut. That looked like a bite then, might have been the wave. Little foot just been sliced down the middle. Only got small mouths to dab, so I'm only using number 4 hooks and small baits. Yeah, that was wave action. I've got my rod up pretty high, and I'm also quite high off the water, so there is still a fair old sea out there. Dungeness is shrouded by low cloud. I can't see Dungeness at all. I know where it is, but it's not in sight today. From this point to the actual Dungeness power station, if you look across the sea, point to point is about 12 miles. So visibility today is probably down to about, well, like Sea Dimchurch, which would be about 4 miles point to point. Forgot to bring my gloves today, so the cans are going to have to go into pockets. Still quite chilly. I think it was about 6 when I come down in the car. Tomorrow I'll give it wet and windy, I think. Friday not much better. The weekend's also looking a bit wet and a little bit colder, so we might give it a miss this weekend, I think. Perhaps tie some rigs up or things, indoor stuff. If there's any rigs you want me to make that you haven't been able to quite master, just drop us in the comments what you'd like to see made, and I'll do that for you. That's not a problem. So I'm using a 3-hook clip down rig today, but if I was around Dungeness I'd be using a 3-hook flapper. Because the last thing you need at Dungeness for the dabs is distance. There's a gutter, and you fish it from about 2 hours down to the bottom of the tide, and the gutter is only 30-40 metres out, and that's where you need to be, because that's where all the bait washes into. But here it's a bit featureless, so you do have to try and get it out a little bit further. Right, we'll have this in and see what the bait looks like, see if it's still on. Well, the baits are untouched, so there's not a lot out there at the moment. We'll put a sliver of razor on the bottom hook. Put the grapnel back on. Clip it up, chuck it back out again. Let that settle and then just take up the slack. Time now is 11:30, so it's about half hour to high water. Waves. Yeah, that's wave action. Right, I'll switch you off until I've got something else to report. See you in a bit.